The Aussie NFL Fantasy Show would like to acknowledge the traditional land owners and the leaders past, present and emerging of Ngunnawal, Ngambri and Darawal countries where we are working from today. This always was, and always will be, Aboriginal land.
This is the Aussie NFL Fantasy Show.
Oh god, this episode has to be one of the worst ones.
That's just me slapping in sunscreen, mate.
I just feel like I'm there. I'm not there for a rectal exam. It's there for just, just a quick check.
Mate, we can always schedule you for that. It's just going to cost up.
Aussie.
Here's an update. I think there's two seagulls having sex next to my car. This is the weirdest shit I've ever seen.
So film it and create a new platform called Only Goals.
NFL.
Yeah, I'm not even believing that. I'm sorry, but I'm not even believing that.
Fantasy.
This is the weirdest fucking... I'm sorry, I'm rattled.
Oh my gosh. Just went from bad to worse. Oh god.
This is the Aussie NFL Fantasy Show.
How much of this will Maddie cut out, by the way?
I don't know, probably.
This is
Sorry, just got AIDS then.
Sayonara to week 10, but hola to Manjot and Taylor joining me in week 11 of the fantasy football season. Fellas, how we doing?
Doing well. Doing well. Yeah.
Doing well. Taylor traveling a little bit incognito this week. He's broadcasting from, I don't know, some basement somewhere in a top secret location. We can't get his image.
People are after me, mate. My fantasy vice is just too good, so I've got to stay in a banker. In a banker, apparently, not and also a bunker. Again, I just want to say huge thanks to Mark for last week. Like, it obviously wasn't an easy time for my family last week.
Yep.
You guys didn't sort of mention it just for my sake last week, but my son wasn't well, so we were in the whole. Me and my wife were playing tag team because we could only be one with him at a time. So she was there in the day, I was there at night time for basically the entire week. So, I had to give Mark the call pretty much on the day just to come in, and he dropped everything to come in at the last minute. So huge thanks to Mark, huge thanks to you guys just for reaching out for the family. And everything's good at the moment, touch wood, but we're home, and things seem to be going better. So thanks again to Mark and you guys, and hopefully it's a bit better this week. Straight away, I'm already stuffed, obviously, having to be not on video because my internet just decided to shit itself. So, everything goes well in the good old household. It's, the shittle household, we'll call it. So, look, I'm still on the audio, mate. It's better than nothing. So let's go.
Mate, this is a throwback to the old days where we never used to look at each other when we did these shows. No. We're in cars parked in weird spots trying to record these at odd times of day as well, back when it was the Astro League podcast. So, mate, it's a bit of throwback for you, mate.
I know. Doing it from the car. Oh, no, I just gave away my location.
But where's it parked? Nobody knows.
Exactly.
Oh, is it Coffs Harbour again? Oh, boy.
Could be
if there's seagulls out there rooting, then we know where you are, mate.
Yeah, there could be seagulls out there. I could be on the moon. No one knows.
No one knows. And how will they ever know? Manjot, we know where you are. You're in 49ers HQ there. How are you traveling this week after that passionate, big, emotional win on the Sunday Night Football?
Yeah, firstly, free Dre Greenlaw. He did not deserve to get ejected from that. I reckon I'm going to push the agenda firstly.
Agreed.
We're going to have he's going to be my prisoner pastry performer of the week because he was illegally put into prison. I'm going to be full public defender on him, but unfortunately this week, not going to have a public defender because we are going to be replacing it.
I've got plans for you two.
Yeah, but look, the public defender does not die even if we don't have a full segment for him. But look, free Dre Greenlaw. He could not do anything to stop himself from hitting Herbert. So look, free him. Make sure, get him out of prison, please, NFL, because he did nothing wrong. My client was absolutely going low. He was trying to move his head away from Herbert as well. You guys, I don't know what you were looking at. Troy Vincent is very, very blind, I reckon, from the NFL, to be honest. And look, even worse, I mean, the Monday night game maybe might have been worse. Sorry, Philly fans, to bring that up. But look, got to troll a few people. Yeah, well, some people were trolling me first about Niners big frauds and now Eagles fans. Only comeback they had, I was Australian. So look, to all of them, I've got to just say, Niners better than the Eagles this week. Just gotta say it.
Yeah, Eagles. That was a bit shocking. I mean, Taylor, it turns out your crystal ball's back from the dry cleaner and nailed that one. I'm hearing that you took the Commanders handsomely and cleaned up.
Yeah, I don't know. I just had a feeling about it all week, and the Niners, the Commanders were just playing a lot better recently. And
Yeah.
I've talked about on a lot of times on the last few podcasts about how their rushing defense is really hard to beat, but even their secondary has just gotten better. And I've even noticed, like, pretty much every time I see a receiver going against Washington, the numbers basically coming down every single week in terms of what they are against the wide receiver position. And they're just playing a lot better as a unit. And since Heineke's come in, they just look a lot crisper. McLaurin is getting so much more involved with Heineke. He just hyper targets that bloke. And honestly, that's what they needed to do, because McLaurin's an awesome receiver. He just never got the volume, and he just looks like Scary Terry again. It's awesome. So I just thought there was a chance that the Eagles were going to overlook that game and look forward in their schedule, and it turned out to be right. And Washington just had the perfect game plan. They just completely hamstrung the Eagles. They just didn't have the ball. It was just all Washington.
Yeah. And without Chase Young, still, he's not even going to be back till this week.
I saw the stat. It was like the most lopsided possession count in an Eagles game since 2001. So 21 years that, they haven't been dominated like that in the first half. And honestly, it didn't really get much better in the second half.
Not even in Manjot's lifetime.
They had the ball
no, Matty, no. You hate me to say that. Come on, man. You beat me to it.
I know. Look, I can't complain about feeling old if I'm going to make jokes like that about how young you are. I can't live on both. I know.
Era. I was going to say that was back in the early Andy Reid era. I wasn't even going to mention my age, man. That was like Tom
You're
Brady.
Right. Shame on me, mate. Shame on me.
Nah, it's all right, man.
But Tate, because we were talking a lot about upsets and where we all felt bold about taking an upset this week. I took the Panthers. That was the one that I was the most proud of. But none of us had gotten on the Commanders, and Tay was all over it. So hats off to you, Tay.
That was one of the most lopsided lines of the week, too. I think it was 11.5, the line was. So there was a huge expectation the Eagles were just going to do them. And then within about 3 minutes, I wasn't exactly happy with my call when a strip sack, and then Jalen Hurts dives over about 2 seconds later, and they're up 7-0 within 3 minutes. But after that, it was just all Commanders, and honestly, they probably deserved to win by a little bit more. They just, it was just a bit of a weird game.
That free touchdown to start is probably the difference between what the score was and what the score should have been.
Yeah, it would have been just demoralizing if they didn't win. If the Eagles had pulled that out at the end, it would have just been demoralizing for them. But they had a great game plan and they stuck to it. And honestly, moving forward, even from a fantasy aspect, there's some parts of this Washington team I'm actually really looking for moving forward. I just think they're going to be a far better team in the second half of the year than they were the first.
Yeah. I mean, and I think we've got a couple of segments we get to talk about some of these things and potentially, I don't know if this is a big old foreskin or not, but definitely the segments we've got coming up will lend towards some of these things being worth talking about for teams that are a little bit, maybe a little bit rough to the start, but all of a sudden have a bunch of fantasy relevance.
Absolutely.
I mean, have you had a look at standings lately? Just like we all predicted, Seattle are the 3 seed. Vikings are the 2 seed. So yeah, plenty going on. The entire AFC East is in at the moment. If you took the playoffs now, every team in the AFC East is in.
Isn't it NFC East too?
No, the 49ers are in the 7th seed, not the Commanders.
Let's go.
That's how good the 49ers are. They are just better than the Commanders. So,
they must have put up a stat before that Niners game or something, because it had all the East teams in. They all had a tick, or they all had. I think the Commanders were like even. I just realized it doesn't even make sense because the Commanders wouldn't have played yet. But I don't know what they were going off, but they had them all either equal or in. So that was pretty amazing.
Yeah, well, there you go. And as you draw it now, the whole AFC East would be in, which is remarkable. And that would be some awful games, by the way. You're dealing with teams who are just about 500. Because the AFC is a weird conference.
Look, we've got a big old show because we've got Manjot's pastry performers. Last week we gave out 12 different awards. So we don't know what's going to come this week. I'm looking forward to
All
that.
Australians?
I think we'll have that this week. Dr. Goodcall, sorry about the intern last week, Tay. I'm looking forward to getting your opinion on what happened there and hearing from the proper doctor. I mean, who wants to have the intern come in and diagnose shit? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, work experience kid at this point.
Yeah, pretty much. The guy usually makes coffee.
Fantasy community
can't diagnose how much
been,
sugar to put in a cup, and here he is trying to do the doctor's job. So sorry, mate.
Fantasy community was after a reschedule of their appointment, I think, mate.
Right. Yeah, we'll break that down later. And look, there's no public defender this week, but with Marky Mark on last week, we played some fantasy games, and we decided that the segment was actually a fair bit of fun, and we should do it again when Taylor was back. So we finally got, for the first time in a couple of weeks, all three of us on together at the same time for the whole thing.
Oh yeah.
I think we've managed that once in a month or more. So it's kind of good
been
to
a
have the
while.
whole band back together. But we'll finish it strong with starts of the week. And there has been another different winner. The last few weeks, it's kind of been going around in a bit of a carousel, and we've all been having a bit of a go. And there's another new winner from last week. So, man, like I don't know if the race is dead yet. I don't know if it's dead yet. There's still a chance. So big shows all of week 11. Do you think we should kick it off with some pastries, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, shit, yeah.
They're so sweet and fresh. Really? Yeah. Thanks for calling pastries. Thanks for calling pastries. Pastries. I got all my pastries. Pastries. We get 'em while they hot. We get 'em while they hot. We get 'em while they hot. I got all my pastries and I got 'em while they hot.
Yeah.
What a banger.
How many pastries did we give away last week, Manjot? 40, 50?
Yeah, you said 12. I didn't even know. Look, half of them weren't even
guessing.
pastries. They're like, half of them were like, I don't even know. They were mildly.
One was the most
Mildly.
Lamar Jackson to be a Lamar Jackson who was ever a Lamar Jackson. That's
Yeah,
how
don't forget
far
the cornerback. There's a cornerback called Lamar Jackson too.
Yeah.
He plays for the Bears, so
we
I
had
had to make
separate
sure.
them out. Yeah.
Yeah, I had to make sure.
100%.
Look, yeah, this week we do have the extra awards coming back as well.
All right.
So look, we'll start with, here's a banger.
A banger.
Yeah, so the best ever second best catch in a game of all time award. If you get what I'm going with,
Hang on.
right?
The
All
best
right, all
ever.
right. So the
Second best catch
in a game.
in a game. Okay, so I'm just writing it down.
Pastry
Just don't want to
Performer Award.
balls
Yeah,
this up when we put the graphics together later, because that guy in the graphics team is an idiot.
Look, all right. So
Got it.
best ever second best catch in a game, Pastry Performer Award. I have to give it to Stephon Diggs. Look, how does he have the second best catch in a game? That was the best ever second best catch in a game that I've ever seen. That was a great catch. I think people are gonna overlook it because that Jefferson catch was a whole nother level. And look, I'm straight away gonna give Jefferson a Pastry Performer Award. There might be a few going to him today because that one catch, it gets my greatest ever catch of all time Pastry Performer Award. I'm gonna put it over Odell. I had Odell for the longest time, for the last 8 years. It's nearly the 8-year anniversary of the Odell catch.
Yeah.
I think it's over now. I think Jefferson, if you're catching it one-handed, going backwards, in between the defender's two hands, come on, man. That's got to be the best catch of all time. I think there is no debate anymore. I'm willing to give it.
There's no
to
debate.
Jefferson.
That's big.
I know it's only been like 2 days, but I've got to give it over Odell. I've watched that catch. I watched both catches like a million times. I think if Odell had a defender on him, it would have made his catch.
Adele only did have a defender on him because the guy had done things that if he did to you or I, he would go to prison for, and he'd fallen out of the frame. I mean,
yeah, that's true.
So that's why there was no defender on him. The defender had already abused him.
Oh boy, you sound like no, we're gonna get canceled like Tim Hardaway yesterday. Oh boy.
Again, Tim Hardaway again. How many times is that guy going to get cancelled?
Oh bro, yeah. The
I think he's
stuff
on
you're
his third
saying,
now. Is that his third?
yeah, yeah, it's got to be his third cancellation, man. Yeah, I think we gotta be careful before we go into those references because we don't want to get canceled like Tim Hardaway. But yeah, like
Okay,
you're
I'm going to
saying, yeah,
skirt around the edge.
definitely, definitely was, dude was definitely in love with him. Well, look, let me be honest. I've got to say, Jefferson, though, he was catching it, and the other guy had 2 mitts on it. Like,
Yeah.
that was most defenders would intercept that, but Jefferson, he snatched it. He did both an Odell and a Moss
Yes.
in the same moment. That's an Odell and a Moss in the same moment. And I've got to give it best catch of all time. If you're doing Odell and the Moss in the same moment, that's the level that if this was the NFL's like catching competition at the Pro Bowl, I think this would be like 100,000 out of 10 at this point, 1,000,000 out of 10, because that was a great catch. So I'm giving it best catch of all time. Can't be beaten.
Is that an Omos Jefferson Jr.?
Yeah.
Just try to put all parts together.
Yeah.
It's Odell, but Omos and Jefferson, because you got to have Jefferson in there, and Jr. because of Odell Beckham Jr. Got it?
Yeah.
I don't think it's very good. I'll workshop that.
I can't wait to go on Good Egg Gridiron, just talking to Ian about that game.
Yes.
We're going to have a full-on, at least 10-minute segment about that.
Because you haven't done your record this week yet, right?
Oh, we haven't. Because we're going to have... Yeah, I'm itching to talk about that game. I was watching in the car on the way to my boy Jack's house. He had some legendary reactions. He banned access to Pastry Press off the Cowboys lost though, but look, there was some great reactions. I couldn't hold my smile in a bit when the Cowboys lost. I'll be honest. I was feeling for him, but look, the Cowboys lost. So I wasn't really too
blew it big. Yeah.
Yeah. And his brother's a Packers fan, so he heard all about it when his brother came home. Oh boy, that was a scene. Man, where's the cameras for that? Because that was
when the 4-win Packers are giving you shit, though, don't you still kind of feel like you can be like, get away from me, you annoying little moth from my 100-watt globe. Just get away from me.
Yeah, exactly.
You have 4 wins. I have more fingers than that. Like, leave me alone.
Yeah. So, all right. More awards, of course. Bills Vikings Game of the Year Patient Performer Award. I don't think there's any debate. At this point, it's winning the Game of the Year Patient Performer Award. And then we'll just talk about Packers Cowboys. That leads me to another award. Aaron Rodgers wins the Best Cowboys Owner of All Time Patient Performer Award for his performance. And look at Taylor. He's probably just sitting there. He's like, man, you're rattling off all these awards. Look, I'll give one to the Titans. Flea Flicker of the Week award from Tannehill to Akine. Westbrook Akine, who's probably the best Westbrook in sports. I think I said that at the time. I was like, best Westbrook in sports. Just wanted to take some shots at Ross, but look, yeah.
I wouldn't disagree with you.
Less bricks.
Yeah, less bricks. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Yeah, less bricks for him. Yeah, what else can we give? What else can we give? Oh boy, there's got to be a ton of pastries I can give this week. Oh, yeah, I've got to give the Commanders an award as well. They've got it. They got the beating undefeated Pennsylvania teams. Award. They've got it. After defeating the 11-0 Steelers in 2020, they've come back 2 years later, ended another undefeated team's run. They've got the Dolphins award. Funnily enough, the Dolphins did actually beat Washington in that Super Bowl in the perfect season. So yeah, it was actually 14-7. It was a weird game because the Dolphins dominated offense and defense, but the Washington team, they got a return touchdown on a blocked field goal. It was so weird.
So Washington.
That's why it was 14-7, because the Dolphins wanted to win 17-0 in a 17-0 season. And Garrow's gaff, as they call it, the kicker just fumbling it, and then the Commanders just returned it for the touchdown. Oh boy. Yeah, there's some NFL history, but yeah, the Dolphins, they've got to get a champagne award, I guess. for popping the most bottles of champagne, the 1972 Dolphins. 50 years in a row, they've remained the only undefeated team in Super Bowl history. I think it's fair to say best team of all time to them as well. So they deserve it. No team has come nearly as close, except for the 2007 Patriots,
They're the only
1984 49ers, 1985 Bears, who all had one loss. There's only been
2015 Panthers.
yeah, they were close too. They were close. They only had
Don't
the
forget
two
Cam.
losses. Yeah,
He's the
only
number
the
one
two.
quarterback, remember? Because he wears number one. So he's number one in everyone's hearts.
Only two losses in that season for them. So yeah, there was some close calls, but look, the Dolphins, they stood the test of time for 50 years, and here's to another 50 years more potentially. Let's see. Let's see if we can have another perfect season ever again. So yeah, 50 years now. Yeah, half century. Congrats to the 72 Dolphins and all the surviving members. Enjoy your champagne. Because you get the Champagne Pastry Performer Award, probably means they get champagne alongside with it. All right.
You can do a pastry with a bit of a champagne thing to it.
Yeah.
Champagne showers.
Hey, champagne and croissants go just together. So
Yeah.
I'm there.
I'm
there.
yeah. Oh yeah, we almost forgot the shit sandwich award. We have to award the lowest lights of the week. I reckon the Raiders. It's got to be the Raiders. If you're losing to an ESPN analyst who's only coached high school football a couple of years ago, who's never coached in college and the NFL, who gets a head coach job, his first game, he comes out and beats you. You have all the talent in the world with Derek Carr and Devontae Adams, and you still can't win. Man, Josh McDaniels, he's got to win the hottest seat of the week Pastry Performer Award as well. He's got to be on the hot seat at the moment. I think he's probably one of the worst. Him and Adam Gase are probably the two worst second-time head coaches ever that I've ever seen, at least, because it's been terrible. Josh McDaniels, I reckon he's got to be fired really soon. I'll be mentioning this on Good Day Gridiron shortly, but look, just in case I don't, yeah, McDaniels just got to go. Because
at least McDaniels has had a break between being really shit and then being really shit again, where Gase was just really shit and then immediately hired and was really shit again. McDaniels has given us a wonderful break in between. There's 2 eras.
McDaniels would have blisters on his ass. Like hot seat's an understatement.
Oh, fantastic. Some roasted ass fillets there. Fantastic. Okay, hang on. Let me do a quick count. We've got the best ever second catch in a game ever award, the greatest catch ever award, the game of the year award, the best Cowboys owner ever award, the flea flicker of the week award, the beating undefeated Pennsylvania teams award, the champagne award, and the shit sandwich award. That's my count. There's 9. That's not a bad week, but I don't think you're done.
Do you have some extra pastries to give out? Is there an influx of pastry in your warehouse or something, mate? You just got to give out extras.
Yeah,
there's a bunch of use by date. Well, there's
been some backlog. There's been some backlog. I think
99% off.
Yeah. even a near its expiration date pastry from Manjot's Kitchen would be fantastic. By the way,
so, still quality.
Yeah, I'd eat it. But mate, and just on the Washington one too, I am now going to have to call Taylor Henneke, just to make sure I don't screw up the quarterback in our local league's name, who's James Henneke, because I was calling him James Heineke, and it was getting him mad. And I don't want to call either of them the beer either. So I'll just call them all Henneke. Anyone who's got a name near that, I'm just calling him Henneke, so at least I get the local guy's name right, because he can come up to the booth after the game and bash me up. He actually could do that. He could just walk up the steps and lay into me, where I don't think that, I don't know. I don't feel in danger from the Washington quarterback.
Oh yeah, the Gladiators got to win a pastry, don't they, for breaking the longest losing streak in ACT Gridiron history.
Taylor might not know this.
Yeah, 5 years, 21 days it took them to get wins.
That's a lot. That's not much
winning.
Time. Yeah,
it was a long time. I reckon. What was the NFL record in this? Oh yeah, the Browns would have to be up there. Recent NFL records.
Yeah.
It was tough. It was tough though.
So I think the only team who had a streak of losing anywhere near it was the Washington Generals, and Even I think they've won more recently than the Gladiators had. And it's not to disparage the Gladiators, just to say how impressive this streak breaking was. And now they have a streak of one win. And one is a streak. I'm a Jags fan. We've always believed one is a streak.
Yeah. Yeah.
And these guys wear green too. So, heart goes out to them.
Yeah, and a few of your former teammates played on that team. A few
of them.
Well,
there were some big man hugs in the box after that game. I'll tell you what. Oh,
more champagne showers.
Oh boy, man, they have to get me out of them. Yeah, they have to get me out of them before they shout me in the microphone. Oh boy, that would be massive. Yeah, but
that would have been streaking through the streets of ACT that night. It would have been like Will Ferrell in Old School.
Yeah, at the Caribou in Kingston. Oh boy.
Yeah, it would have been a lot like what it's like in Liverpool when they win Champions League. Like there were upturned cars. It was a big night.
It was a big night in the Caribou. I wish I was there. They probably had a lot of fun. But yeah, look, all jokes aside, yeah, Gladiators definitely deserve a pastry. I think they deserve it. We had a pastry performer come up as well. Met a pastry performer for the first time in the box. Well, second time we've met a pastry performer. So, look, post-game interviews always appreciated. But on to the real one, shall we say? Yeah, it's been a lot of dawdling around. I've been giving out all these other pastries that these real ones haven't come out yet. So the Week 10 Pastry Performer of the Week Awards. Starting off the rookie pastry performer. Who else could it be, guys? Come on, man. Come on. You guys got to know who it is, right?
It's going to be Kenny Pickett.
Taylor? Come on, man. You got to know.
He's going to give it a... No, I'm going to stick with Pickett. Fuck it.
I know you guys are joking, but definitely...
Christian Watson.
Yeah, it's Watson. It's Watson. Christian Watson. Yeah, the Randy Moss type numbers, 4 catches, 104 yards, 3 touchdowns. Then you've got to be the rookie pastry performer of the week.
That's a Matty C day, that is. 4 catches, 3 touchdowns.
That was me at... Is
that a flag day for you?
That was me at in year 7 recess. I remember. Year 7
recess. Prestigious year 7 recess.
I know I brought this up. This was the 4th of December 2015, year 7 recess. I was literally running around. I caught 4 touchdowns in a recess and one touchdown. One touchdown in the first 5 minutes of lunch. So I caught 5 touchdowns in 30 minutes. Man, Justin Jefferson could wish he was like me at that recess. I was dominating all the bigger boys. Everyone was bigger than me. I was just the smallest, skinniest kid, or with the slowest 40. And I was still the one that had 40. I don't think we ever mentioned. We didn't even mention.
This segment is getting so good.
We paused. We all got the stopwatches out, and we all ran a 40, and we timed it.
That's what I'm imagining.
The 40 segment of the pastry performer award for best 40.
You couldn't organize 15 high school boys in where I went to school to get that to happen. They just could never organize that.
Yeah. No, don't worry. We didn't actually do a 40. I'm just trying to say I was the slowest.
But this is the imagery in my mind, and I think Taylor went there too.
There's the beep test, obviously. You boys, did you boys ever do the? Oh man, I was always the first. Man, I was always the first down and beep test. That's how you know I was.
That's a fast way to make sure you can taste your asshole, because everything comes up if you put your effort in. Yeah, like if you haven't vomited in a beep test, you haven't tried. Like
I felt like Matt Ryan at those things.
Yeah, man.
And Matt Ryan's back this week, by the way.
He's back last week.
He's back. He won against the Raiders.
He's got a longer rush than almost everybody. You should get a pastry for that.
All right, I'm kidding. Come back, pastry performer of the week. Yeah,
come back. There you go. Come back, pastry performer.
Yeah, we come up with some very creative ones. Right now, let's get the Aussie pastry performer of the week, and it's not Wisniewski. It's actually Michael Dixon. 2nd week in a row, 5 punts, 253 punting yards, and a 50.6 punting average, 4 inside the 20, and all of this in Munich as well. At Allianz Arena, the home of FC Bayern Munich, the best soccer team in Germany. Look, I reckon the German fans German fans, they probably were having a lot of pastries as well. The amount of fun they were having, it was one of the best scenes I've ever seen. I think more games internationally for sure.
Yeah.
Because the international man, when's the Australia game coming? Please.
Oh, don't get me started.
I think
they won't be able to get a
had
stadium big enough. Like, how many people are going to go to that?
Oh,
There's no stadium big enough to fit everyone who'd want to go.
yeah. I think I have my own idea for an Australian game. I think they got to have an Australian week because I think you have 16 NFL games. You can have two in.
Week.
Yeah, you can. I think first you have one like start the season in Australia one year, and then you have a week
goalposts
off.
on planes, man. You know that they ship the goalposts over to London or Munich or wherever. They don't just have them in London or Munich. The Americans send it in a plane. They don't trust them to make them there. They're like, no, we're bringing our own. That's the level of stuff that comes across on a plane.
I reckon we can have an Australia week though, because we can have MCG Marvel Stadium, then what else? You can have the ANZ, that big Sydney Stadium, whatever they call it now, Suncorp. Then you got four stadiums. Then you got Adelaide Oval, that's 5. Optus, that's 6. Oh, shoot,
Giant Stadium, the old showground.
Yeah, that one. If you want to like a Jaguars versus Texans game, yeah.
Fuck off.
I'm sorry. It was quick.
Fucking Panthers there. Fuck them.
Look, I'm saying, yeah, okay. Panthers versus
Panthers
Texans.
Raiders. Yeah, fuck
yeah. Raiders. There's too much Raiders. Yeah, so you got at least 7 stadiums, right? So you can Canberra, of course. Bring one to Canberra. Yeah, I can't forget us. Canberra
What's that one on the Gold Coast, Seabus Super or whatever they call it?
Yeah, Seabus. Yeah, get some. Yeah, it's
McDonald Jones Stadium in Newcastle.
Yeah, bring one there.
One at Steelers Stadium in Wollongong, the Wynn Stadium there.
Yeah, bring that one to Taylor's house. Yeah, let's go. See, there you go.
Seaford Oval. Get him at Seaford Oval, mate.
NFL should be like contacting me.
Billiard table. You can play on that.
Man, this is a once in a lifetime event. I reckon the NFL should be contacting me, getting the entire sort of Australia round off the ground. I think this is perfect. The amount of logistics that can go into it, they just got to plan it like 2 years in advance or something. They can get it done. I reckon, this could be great for Australia. It could be great for our fans. I reckon Australia round. Let's go.
Well, Roger Goodell is actually Taylor's dad, like same surname, right? So we'll just get Taylor to ask his dad.
Absolutely, mate. I'll get it done. Don't worry about that. In saying that, I'll just take one game, mate. Like, just give us one first.
And give us a trailer trash game. I don't even give a fuck. I'll turn up to it.
Could not care less.
Yeah, I couldn't care less.
Manjot and I would live stream commentary on YouTube live.
For sure. And I'd be at it, and I'd be 600 beers deep.
Fuck yeah!
Yeah, I reckon I meet Taylor for the first time in forever. I've never met him in real life.
These guys haven't even been in the same room before. Isn't it amazing?
Yeah, I think we're the same person apparently. So this might be proof that we're clones, not me and Maddie, as the Astro League has been saying. Well, me and Taylor clearly the same person. All right, where's this segment going? We're going into
we got the Aussie.
Yeah, we got the Aussies.
We got the rookie.
Yeah, bring the Aussie
defense.
games.
We're up to defensive, aren't we?
Yeah, we're up to defensive. Now AFC, Owen Doe and James, he had 13 tackles and a forced fumble against the Niners. Weren't too many AFC defensive guys this week, but I reckon Doe.
4 teams on a bye, all AFC teams as well, which narrowed the pool.
Yeah. It narrowed it down to about 12 AFC teams. So I reckon Doan in a big primetime game, I've got to give it to him. And on the other side, with 4 tackles, 2 interceptions, I've got to give it to Patrick Peterson after what he did to Josh Allen. And look, speaking of Josh Allen, all right, bring out the LeBron meme. Bring out the LeCap memes. I think I've just shown Maddie what it is because it's been the meme of the week. Bring out the LeCap memes if you
this is
want.
How out of trend I am. Something can happen this week and I don't even know it's a thing.
Yeah, so you guys can bring out the LeBron pictures. You guys can edit myself. Yeah, bring out the LeCap memes because look, when I was sitting in the car on the way to Jack's house watching that game, I definitely thought No, Maddie, don't do this to me. But when I was sitting in the car, I was like, when Josh Allen was trying to sneak that ball out, and Kendricks recovered the fumble. Went just before the sneak, I was literally thinking, oh yeah, look, Josh Allen could actually fumble this. Something could go wrong. A safety. I was thinking mainly a safety. I wasn't
This
thinking
is
that.
your fault.
Yeah, I was thinking mainly a safety. I was thinking that could happen. I mean, I've seen other plays similar to this before where they successfully got it out of the end zone, but this time I was a bit wary. And I know Taylor's a Titans fan. He'll remember how the Bills lost to the Titans last year on a quarterback sneak. So
Yeah.
I was thinking,
Yeah, suck shit.
yeah, I was thinking, maybe there's a chance for the Vikings here. Can't turn this game off, and then, yeah, there you go. Next play, they get the ball, they dive on it. So Kendricks, he probably gets a miraculous pastry, a Minneapolis miracle pastry as well.
I'm running out of paper.
Yeah, I think you are. I think there's a lot of pastries.
Going digital next week.
I think I've devalued the entire award here. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm sorry to everyone who's won a pastry performer in the legit ways, because I've actually devalued the award. But my offensive
I can count 11 that aren't serious awards.
Look, my offensive pastry performers, though.
Here we go.
We already talked about them. They're already in the game. I just mentioned Bills Vikings. I'm gonna give it to both Diggs and Jefferson this week. I think both of them deserve a pastry. They're absolutely incredible for their respective teams. I think both of them would deserve a pastry rightfully. It was close in the AFC. I think NFC wasn't even close because Jefferson, he was in another world this week, catching the best catch ever and everything that we've already said. I reckon he deserves it. But yeah, the only other guy for AFC I was going with, it was a toss up between Diggs and Jonathan Taylor. I went with Diggs in the end. So yeah, Diggs and Jefferson. A win-win trade in NFL history. I'll be looking forward to the 30 for 30 about that trade, about 30 years. Now the fantasy page performer, Taylor, you'll be happy to hear about this guy because we know you've been talking him up for a couple of weeks.
Cole Kmet.
Oh, close, Manny, close. Because
we'll hear more about him later.
But look, it is his teammate, right? It's his teammate, Justin Fields. I have to give him a pastry this week. Incredible performance, top scoring fantasy player. I think it was like 39.6. In all PPR leagues, he led everyone. So he deserved a pastry for that. I know Taylor's been talking him up, and we banned him to start in the league.
Yeah. And they would smell like just geraniums. Delicious farts, Tay.
Roses in a field.
Rosens in a fields, did you say?
Rosen.
That would be brown.
Okay,
bro, have I not seen?
He's on a roster somewhere.
He's for like a team like the Cardinals.
Didn't the Browns get him?
Browns.
Yeah, I've heard the Browns. That's it.
I'd seen it in the last couple of weeks. He's somewhere anyway. Yeah. All right, so not to tarnish Justin Fields, who's been he's
a free agent, by the way. Sorry.
He's been completely kissed on a dick by a leprechaun recently. Justin Fields has just been running, passing just enough touchdowns to keep that up as well. They've been horrible games in terms of football, but gee, they've been some fantasy points. So kumbaya.
Kumbaya, yeah. And look, the ultimate award every week, the Page Performer of the Week award. Here we go. There is no one else I could give it to. Justin Jefferson. If you're taking the best catch of all time, if you're getting 194 yards, 2 touchdowns, almost a third as well, you are definitely worthy of this one. Justin Jefferson, you led your team pretty much the whole game. Another world this week for Justin Jefferson. He was up in that night sky behind Maddie. He was up there because, Justin Jefferson was absolutely incredible. Probably one of the best wide receiver performances I've seen in a while. definitely this year the best wide receiver performance. So close to 200 yards. But yeah, Jefferson, Pastry performer of the week. Taylor, you did have Jefferson against you. I had Diggs against you in that epic content team matchup. Taylor got the edge though.
Yeah.
He
Got
did
the
deserve
bickies.
the win. But yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna hold that against Jefferson this week because he deserved it. Probably was performing for one of my other 10 fantasy teams. So good. Thank you, Jefferson, for that amazing game, amazing performance this week.
Well, now I'm not in the air you guys are in that league, but your old boy here's 5-5, and if the playoffs started today, I'd be in the last playoff spot. So woo!
Making a comeback.
Be the first person to get my ass kicked in in playoffs. That'll be so good. Wow.
Wait, is
I can't
playoff
believe
6 teams in this league? I've got to check. Because I thought I put it at 4 teams. Four teams with the
it
default.
better be 6 teams. I'll tell you, there's no way I'm making the top 4. Okay, just quick count. There's 21 pastry.
6 teams. You're right, Maddie. Maddie, you're right, by the way.
Yeah, I felt pretty good about
it. So, Maddie, you get a
prize for that is I get to face like Manjot in the first round. He is going to kick me in the chod. Right in that little space between your balls and your bum hole. That's where he's going to kick me. It's not going to be comfortable.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but 16 playoffs. Man, that league is
he's just moving
absolutely... On. Yeah, that league's incredible. Oh, no, Maddie. I can't do that, man.
Someone said this at work today. Okay, full disclosure. This isn't something that was unique to me. Somebody at work today had something go so badly for them. They're like, that can go suck a big fat chod. I'm like, oh,
whoa.
I'm writing that down. Let's go into the podcast. And she's like, no.
Leave the anatomy to Dr. Goodcore, mate.
I need to hook you up with this colleague of mine because clearly they're thinking about body parts I'd forgotten about.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah. Manjot's too young to even know what some of these are.
Yeah.
Can you imagine what the Dr. Good Call anatomy diagram would look like?
Like us.
This has to be a thing. I'm going to send Taylor a blank anatomy guide. I'm just going to get him to fill in with whatever he would call stuff. We're going to put it in the merchandise store. This is gold.
Oh boy, we get cancelled on that merchandise store. I think
in a minute.
Could refuse.
And if you're going to go down like that.
Yeah. Oh boy, that's the best idea I think I've heard, Maddie.
Oh my gosh. So we're one segment in and my cheeks are so sore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's going to remember any of the 21 pastries I just gave out today.
Well, half of them went to Justin Jefferson, so it's okay.
Yeah, Justin Jefferson, just know I'm a big fan.
Straight to his mansion in St. Paul, Minneapolis. There you go, back up the truck because all the pastries are coming to you, brother. How do the pastries get delivered? Just quickly.
Oh, yeah, they go by mail. We have pastry stores all across the world, especially in America. We have this special American store that has many franchises across. There's one in every NFL city. It's definitely not Le Cap, by the way. Don't be putting up the Le Cap thing.
It's a throwback. It's a callback for those in the business. A callback.
Yeah. If anyone wants to, no Le Cap memes, please, because look. Yeah, it's just we have a store in all 32. Oh, actually, all 30 NFL cities. I forgot LA and NY have 2 teams, but yeah, and in all 30 NFL cities, we have a store for pastries, and there's free pastries for all of the guys that get Pastry Performer of the Week awards, and then of course. The sales have been through the roof, so getting their hands on a pastry can be hard.
Something like hot pastries.
Yeah, I mean, get them while they're hot. That's what the song says, right?
Basically, think of McDaniel's ass. That's how hot they are.
Yeah,
toastier than McDaniel's ass. Oh, I like that.
Exactly. That's the tagline we use in Las Vegas. That's the tagline we actually use in Las Vegas. We have taglines for all 30 NFL cities.
Are they in Santa Clara or in San Francisco? I just need to check the location guide.
San Francisco, yeah.
But they don't have a team.
Nah, Maddie, come on. The list.
Come on.
Come on. We have to put in the biggest city. That's the thing. I know we play in Santa Clara, but the San Francisco 49ers isn't the biggest city. So I've got to put it there. The tagline there is hotter than Jimmy G because the pastries are always hotter than Jimmy G. There's definitely a few more.
There's nothing hot in Buffalo, so I guess you've had to put it in Toronto.
Oh, what do you mean? Josh Allen, man.
I don't know. I was watching on the weekend. That wasn't hot.
Yeah.
That was Stone Cold Steve Austin. That's what that was.
That's true.
I'll bet you're probably too young for that reference.
Oh no, I know who he is. Woo! George Kittle taught me. No, I know who Stone Cold is. Don't worry. Yeah, I know a few of these.
George Kittle taught me.
Yeah, back in like 2017, whenever Kittle came to the team.
That's so good.
Yeah, those are the best. Yeah, he idolizes Stone Cold, so that's what I know. But look, yeah, page performer of the team,
best babysitter ever, George Kittle.
Yeah, page performer of the week awards. Yeah. Oh, Mark sent the laughing emoji. He knows what the Lacat meme is, by the way. He sent the laughing emoji now.
Oh, there you go. So there you go. We thought he might be the best chance.
Yeah, rookie page performer of the week, Christian Watson. Then you had the Aussie page performer of the week, Michael Dixon. Defensive page performers, you had Durbin James, Patrick Peterson. Offensive page performers, Stephon Diggs, Justin Jefferson. Fantasy page performer, Justin Fields. And of course, Justin Jefferson is the page performer of the week. Of course, get all of your pastry action on Pastry Press NFL. Yeah. Eventually, we've got to actually post up the page performers onto there, but we're always waiting for the podcast. So I never find time on Fridays, but this Friday I'll definitely find some time, Maddie. Don't worry.
Put them up whenever, mate.
Yeah, I'll put them up.
Anytime you get a moment, just put them up. Don't worry about when the show comes out. Just put them up.
Yeah,
because they don't get all the bonus ones when you put out those awards. They don't know who's going to get the shit sandwich. They don't know who's going to get the second greatest catch in a game ever.
They don't. Yeah,
they got no clue. This segment is always good, but gee, it's gotten more fun in the last couple of weeks when we've just started shooting a bit wild. It's a heck of a way to start the show. The show stream for the week is with this pastries. I'll do the serious stuff, though. I think we should probably give Dr. Goodcall a ring and get him in, because it was a weird week for him, having been away and having to have his role filled by people who are clearly not qualified. I think we should probably fire that up, because Tay, how's your battery doing, mate?
Oh, it's closer to 50 now.
Oh fuck! All right, we better get rolling. All right, let's fire this up.
With what we're looking at, it is not great.
Look, Goff, I was looking at him in the first round.
He wasn't, but I was rattled at wide receiver this week. I guarantee I go last.
Yeah, wide receiver is very, very interesting.
I'm not sure about really any of them, so I'll just say Dr. Good.
Yeah, I wasn't actually. I was thinking about picking him up, but then, yeah, I just didn't. I'm going with Irv Smith Jr.
Ooh, nice.
Smooches will have to wait.
Smooches, I was ready for that one.